I would invite the gentlelady to come to Eastern Kentucky and meet the coal miners who will tell you what the Green New Deal would
I'd like to reclaim my time.
Would mean for their families, their paychecks.
Last month, Republican Congressman Andy Barr, seen there, invited, or at least publicly performed a facsimile of inviting, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez to come to Barr's home state of Kentucky. He said he wanted AOC to, quote, go underground with me and meet coal miners who would school her on why the Green New Deal is a bad idea. And despite the fact there are actually not any active coal mines in Barr's district, Ocasio-Cortez immediately said, let's do it. Now it appears Barr's invitation was not exactly sincere. On Friday, Barr alighted on a torture justification for withdrawing the offer, which somehow involved Texas Congressman Dan Crenshaw and Representative Ilhan Omar. And the short version is he doesn't want her coming after all. Republican Congressman James Comer, also from Kentucky, suggested that Barr feared getting pwned in his own backyard.
I don't see any upside to bringing Ocasio-Cortez in. I think she's very intelligent. I think a lot of Republicans are making a mistake picking on her. She is smart, and I think that we need to be very prepared when we debate her on issues that we're having a hard time with.
I just want to say it's awesome that Kentucky apparently has a PTI-style politics show. Today, Ocasio-Cortez tweeted in reference to the incident that, quote, GOP thought they could catch us with a bluff. Now we've got them on the back foot stutter stepping. She still may go to Kentucky to meet with coal miners, despite Barr rescinding his invitation. Her communications director, Corbin Trent, telling the Courier-Journal, quote, luckily Kentucky has open borders. Joining me now is Corbin. Part of the country. You're from Eastern Tennessee. Mm-hmm. Why do you think the offer was rescinded?
I think that they understand that the policies that Alexandria is advocating for are extremely popular, not just in the Bronx, not just on the coast, but all over the country. And I think they also understand, some of them at least, that she's a fantastic and talented communicator, and that if she goes into their backyard and starts talking about Medicare for all, federal jobs guarantee, and a Green New Deal, that maybe they'll have a problem come 2020.
Is the bet here that you can, I mean, the bet here, right, is that like the actual policies matter and the policies will out in the end, right? If you're coming to people and saying, I want to actually, we want to make your life better and here's how we're going to do it, that can cut through the kind of layers of cultural anticipation that's been built up. Yeah,
and Andy Barr was saying that, you know, he wants to bring her down to Kentucky and let the coal miners tell her what's going to happen with the Green New Deal and how it's going to hurt their community, how it's going to destroy jobs. But what people in my neck of the woods and in Kentucky know is that their jobs are being destroyed already. Factories are closing, mines are laying people off. You know, we've seen that happen over the last several decades. And what they want to see is a plan for the future. And Republicans don't have one, and they know that the progressives in the Democratic Party, that wing that's at least 5 people do have, and that if we go out there and push that narrative out there, they're, I think, afraid that they're not going to have a rebuttal for it.
But I guess the question always here is, like, can you overcome those sort of cultural fears, right? I mean, I remember when Hillary Clinton went down to West Virginia, right? And that was her attempt to do that. Yeah. I mean, she went down to West Virginia. There's the famous line in which the context of it, she was talking about job retraining and job efforts.
But also talking about the pain that you're going to have to bear, right? There's going to be this realization that that those jobs are gone and we're going to have to move on with our lives and figure out something else to do.
But that's
not really
true.
Having a great answer for what that's going to be.
But the first part of it is true.
The first part of it's true, yes, that we're going to have to do something new. But I think, you know, we launched a video today that's talking about the future after a Green New Deal is embarked upon and launched. And it's got 2.5 million views in the first day. I think people want to see big, bold ideas, right? And the Green New Deal that we're promoting and we put this resolution out, I think, talks about that. And I believe the Republicans know that in their heart and soul. And when they see us going around the country and talking about that, it makes them a little bit nervous. What they've got is basically zero policy ideas to fix this problem. They've just really started to even accept that it is a problem, right? And that's only a few of them. And then they've got a president that's out of control and maybe in bed with the Russians. Who knows, right? So,
well, it's interesting to watch the evolution on climate, which is that it does seem to me something's changed where they at least feel now they have to say something about it.
Yeah.
Right? Do you think that corner's been turned?
Well, we're starting to hear, you know, a little bit of muttering from the Republicans about cap and trade and things like that. So, yeah, I think we're turning the corner a little bit. But I think there's still more work to do, and we've got to continue pushing the Overton window to make sure what people get is a fair shake.
Are you guys going to go down there?
I sure hope so. I think so. I think, you know, whether it's East Tennessee or Louisiana or Kentucky, I think this is a message that people need to hear, that we can do more if we put our minds to it. If we, you know, I think if people hear that their government's going to get behind them, help them build businesses, help them, you know, rebuild their communities, whether it's Medicare for all, whether it's federal jobs guarantee or a Green New Deal, and actually support the, the opportunity that Americans have to build a better life, I think they'll get excited by that.
All right. Final question. How did Corbin Trent from Tennessee end up working for the Congresswoman from...
She's an inspirational person. I think she's
Bronx.
drawing us in from all over the place. I mean, it was a long journey that started on the Sanders campaign in 2016 and then went to a brand new Congress, Justice Democrats, and then right
And
there.
now here you are.
And then here we are.
Corbin Trent, thanks a lot for making time.
Thanks for having me.
Still ahead. Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.